Hi. So one, I didn't notice your clothes. You dressed inappropriately for court. Number two, you're positive for cocaine as well. So how often are you using?
I don't use any other drug besides marijuana.
It's calling 2023 CR 3050A State of Texas versus Gabriela Sanchez. Can I have parties announced for the record for the state?
Jason Garahan, Your Honor.
Defense?
Mick Aguilera standing again for Lorraine Efron.
All right.
On behalf of Lorraine Efron.
All right, Ms. Sanchez, do you have any objections to Mr. Aguilera standing in for Lorraine Efron?
No, Your Honor.
All right. Counsel, have you received all the discovery and did you review it with your client?
She had.
All right, the court will find that the state is in compliance with discovery. Showing you what's entitled application for deferred adjudication or community supervision. Again, this is you're not eligible for community supervision. Did you review that document with your attorney? Did you understand it and did you sign it?
Yes.
Showing you what's entitled true bill of indictment. Did you review that with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Yes.
Counsel, do you waive the reading of the indictment?
Yes, Your Honor.
State, are you proceeding on the indictment as presented?
We are, Your Honor.
Showing you what's entitled court admonishments and defendants waivers and affidavit of admonitions. Did you review that document with your attorney? Did you understand it? And did you sign it in all the appropriate places?
Yes.
Did you understand you're charged with the offense of aggravated assault with a deadly weapon? That's a second degree felony. Range of punishment is anywhere from 2 to 20 years in prison and up to $10,000 fine. Did you understand?
Yes.
If you have a plea bargain agreement with the state, the court does not have to follow your plea. If for any reason the court doesn't follow your plea and gives you more than you bargained for, the fact that you entered a plea will not be used against you and you will be allowed to withdraw your plea. Did you understand?
Yes.
Did you understand you have a right to jury trial, a right for you or your attorney to cross-examine and confront any witnesses the state would call in the right to remain silent?
Yes.
Did you understand by entering this plea bargain agreement, you were giving up those rights?
Yes.
And did you intend to give up those rights and enter into a plea in this case?
Yes.
Did you understand that the court would grant your application for deferred adjudication? If for any reason your deferred adjudication were revoked, the court could find you guilty and sentence you up to 20 years in prison and up to a $10,000 fine.
Yes, Your Honor.
Counsel, has your client been able to provide you with any defenses?
Yes, Your Honor.
Do you believe she has a rational as well as a factual understanding of the charges against her?
Yes, Judge.
Do you believe she's currently competent and was legally sane at the time of the offense?
Yes, Your Honor.
Ms. Sanchez, has anyone threatened you, coerced you, or placed you in fear to get you to enter this plea?
No.
Has anyone promised you anything other than the plea?
No.
Are you satisfied with the way you've been represented?
Yes.
Are you a U.S. citizen?
Yes.
Court will find that defendant has knowingly and voluntarily waived her right to jury trial. Showing you the plea bargain page. Did you review that with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Yes, Your Honor.
According to the plea, there's a $1,500 fine, affirmative finding of a deadly weapon. State recommends deferred adjudication. They will take in consideration 2023 CR 3051B. There's to be restitution, if any, to Jose Casares, Miguel Rosas, Ashley Almeida. Did you understand that to be the plea?
Yes, Your Honor.
Defense, is that the plea?
Yes, Your Honor.
State, is that the plea?
Yes, Your Honor. And by the way, Daniel Escobar for the state of Texas.
Okay, thank you. Did you review the paragraph with your attorney entitled waiver of appeal? And did you sign it in both places?
Yes, Your Honor.
You understand by signing that you're waiving your right to appeal. The only items that can be appealed are written pretrial motions that have been filed, heard, and ruled upon by the court. Did you understand?
Yes.
Counsel, have there been any such motions?
No, Your Honor.
Next, I'm showing you outside the plea bargain agreement, state is requesting that your deferred adjudication be for a term of 10 years. There be a TAP evaluation, 250 hours of community service restitution, no contact with Jose Casares, Miguel Rosas, and Ashley Almeida. Did you understand those were recommendations from the state and the court does not have to follow those recommendations?
Yes, Your Honor.
Then to the offenses charged, how do you plead? Guilty, not guilty, or no contest?
No contest.
State any evidence to support the defendant's no contest plea?
State offers State's Exhibit 1 and all attachments.
And we have no objection, Your Honor.
All right, you may be excused. Showing you what's entitled waiver and consent to stipulation of testimony and stipulations. Did you review that document with your attorney? Did you understand it? Did you sign it in all the appropriate places?
Yes.
Again, did you understand you have a right to jury trial, a right for you or your attorney to cross-examine and confront any witnesses the state would call in the right to remain silent?
Yes.
Did you understand that today the state will be presenting evidence in the form of witnesses' statements and police reports, but most importantly, there will be no live testimony? Did you understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
Court will find that defendant has knowingly and voluntarily waived and consented to stipulation of testimony and stipulations. Court will accept into evidence State's Exhibits 1 and attachments. The court has reviewed the same Court will find there is sufficient evidence to find you guilty. The court will defer finding of guilt as you apply for deferred adjudication. Are you proceeding with sentencing?
Judge, if you'll consider it, the state saw fit to recommend supervision.
All right, anything you want to say on behalf? I'm sorry, anything you wish to say? Ms. Sanchez?
No, Your Honor, thank you.
All right. If you drug tested today, what are the results going to be? And you just seen
Marijuana.
somebody else has been tested. Marijuana, anything else?
No, ma'am.
All right, why are you using marijuana?
Just to use it.
All right, so that's going to stop. You understand? Because you're going to be on deferred adjudication here. And marijuana is not legal in Texas and it's not legal while you're on probation. Are you employed?
No, Your Honor,
So how are you supporting yourself?
my boyfriend.
All right, do you have any children?
No,
Where are your parents?
they're outside.
Okay, how old are you?
19.
And when you say they're outside in the hallway?
Mhm.
Do they know what's going on with this case?
I don't know.
So they just showed up and you tell them to wait outside?
They just showed up. I don't have a good relationship with them.
Okay, why not?
We just don't get along.
Why? The reason why I'm asking these questions is because I'm trying to give you conditions of probation. Like if there's something in your past that happened between you and your parents, then maybe you may need help with that to address that issue. But if it's a question of they don't like your boyfriend and you don't want to abide by their rules and they say, well, you can't stay here, then that's something completely different. So what are your issues with them?
My father mistreats me.
Okay. All right, there's going to be proof of employment within 30 days. There's to be no employment as a home health care provider or with minors. How far did you go in school?
I graduated high school.
So what are you planning on doing with the rest of your life?
Getting a job.
But I mean, what do you want to do? Like, what are your hopes, your dreams, your aspirations?
Performing arts, like theater.
Okay. So what are you doing to try to get yourself in theater?
I can always go back to school. I have money saved up to attend college whenever I feel like it.
Well, I mean, here's the thing. If you don't work towards your hopes and dreams, they're not going to happen. I mean, you may be walking down the street one day and somebody may come up to you and say, wow, that looks like somebody who should be in arts. But usually it doesn't happen. I will tell you, a lot of the older actors from what they call old Hollywood, they would work at a theater and then they ended up becoming actors and actresses. Lauren Bacall worked at a theater as a cigarette girl. They don't have those anymore. All right. 10 years deferred adjudication, affirmative finding of deadly weapon, proof of employment within 30 days, no employment as a home health care provider or with minors, restitution and no contact, and that's restitution, if any, to Jose Caceres, Miguel Rojas, Ashley Almina. There's going to be 250 hours community service restitution. If she attends college or goes to some kind of trade school where she's trying to make her dreams come true, then the court will consider waiving those community service hours. So whether you want to just be doing busy work, although community services, you learn something whenever you do it. But if you want to do something to better yourself, then I'm giving you that opportunity. So some type of trade school or college. And if you're going to do college, the court requires full time. And for the court, that's at least 9 hours. There is to be anger management, regular reporting by Zoom or in person. I'm going to want regular UAs, and I want her tested for levels. Field visits 1 time per month for 3 months, and probation, if there are no issues after 3 months, then you may do field visits however you see fit. All right, probation, is there anything else she needs? We can do a TAP evaluation. All right, anything else you need from the court?
No, Your Honor.
Showing you what's entitled Trial Court Certification of Defendant's Rights to Appeal. Did you review that with your attorney? Did you understand it? And did you sign it?
Yes.
Because this is plea bargain agreement, because I followed your plea bargain agreement, and because you waive your right to appeal, you do not have the court's permission to appeal. Do you understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, we can go off the record. This could have went south so quickly, and you could be looking at maybe doing prison time. So you need to think before you act. You understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, good luck to you. Just remain in court, and probation are going to go over conditions with you.
Thank you.
All right, and probation, can we get a drug test on her to see where she is? Yeah, not so much for levels, but just a drug test in general. Yes. Hi. Hi. So one, I didn't notice your clothes. You dressed inappropriately for court. Number two, you're positive for cocaine as well. So how often are you using?
I don't use any other drug besides marijuana in
So,
my life.
so who gave you the marijuana?
I bought it from
A
a
friend?
friend of a friend.
All right, well, your friend of a friend, if you're not using cocaine, then they're putting something extra in your marijuana. And that's why I always tell people, when you're using drugs, there's no label on the outside, with inspected by telling you what you're using.
Mhm.
You are not, that's either yes or no. You're not allowed to be using drugs while you're on probation. You understand?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. And so are you and your boyfriend using the same supplier?
No.
All right, so have a seat. And where is the boyfriend? Has he already left?
Yes.
He's already left? All right, he's probably waiting for her outside because her parents are here. She doesn't have any other ride. All right, just have a seat. 2022 CR 8978, State of Texas versus
Didani Yarbrough.
Didani Yarborough. Could I have parties announced for the record for the state?
Zach Dunn for the state.
Suzanne
Defense.
Kramer for Mr. Yarbrough.
And are you Mr. Yarborough?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, you entered a plea of burglary of a habitation with intent to commit felony force. According to the plea bargain agreement, punishment is to be assessed at 5 years in the prison. There's a $1,500 fine. State is silent on your application, and this will run concurrent with 696,403. Have both parties had a chance to review the PSI report, state?
Yes, Judge.
Defense?
Yes, Judge.
Any objections to the PSI report, state?
Nothing from the state.
Defense? All right, Mr. Yarborough, you entered a plea on August 21st of no contest. I reviewed the stipulations. I'm unsure if it was said on the record, but I believe it was by Judge Angelini. The court is finding that there's sufficient evidence to find you guilty. Court is deferring finding of guilt as you've applied for deferred adjudication. State is silent on your application. Defenses, do you have any witnesses?
No, Judge.
Anything you wish to say on behalf of your client?
Judge, I believe the PSI speaks for itself. It speaks to the love that his family has for this. I have had many conversations with Mr. Yarbrough about him needing to, that you're going to want an explanation for what was he thinking that day, because he's basically a good kid. He doesn't get into trouble, and he's been taking full responsibility for all of his actions. And I think he's a great candidate for deferred adjudication probation on this, especially when the complainant forgives him, doesn't want him, is fine with him getting probation, and kind of wants them back in their lives, although there isn't no contact with her. But she doesn't have the child. She's the grandmother. So he said it's okay if you keep that no contact while he's on the deferred.
All right, can you raise your right hand? Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you give will be the truth and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, ma'am.
You can lower your hand, state your name for the record.
Didani Yarbrough.
All right, so before I begin asking you questions,
Yes, ma'am.
I want to tell you something right here now. Whenever my brothers were late for their curfew that my mom set down, you know what they would always try to tell her? I don't belong in a gang. I haven't committed any crimes. I don't do any drugs. So don't give me that, all right?
Yes, ma'am.
Because people who are obeying the law shouldn't be doing any of that.
Yes, ma'am.
So how old is your daughter?
She's just turned 3 in July 17th.
All right, so,
Yes, ma'am. And I have another one on the way due in November. Next week will be the mother of my child's 8th month.
all right. And is this the mother of the other child as well?
No, ma'am.
All right, so you're just procreating.
Yes, ma'am.
All right.
Yes,
And
ma'am.
now you understand where babies come from?
Yes, ma'am.
And if you can't support your children, you should not be having a lot of children. You understand?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. So why were you smoking marijuana?
Coping mechanism.
All right. So it is very bad for a child to come to their grandmother's house smelling like marijuana.
Yes, ma'am.
So do you think it's appropriate for your children to smoke marijuana?
No, ma'am, not at all.
Well, that's what you did with your baby. Because if you're smoking marijuana around them, which obviously you were, because otherwise the baby wouldn't smell like marijuana, the baby's clothes wouldn't smell like marijuana, we would not be here.
Yes, ma'am.
And you understand that the grandmother loves her grandchild
Yes, ma'am.
and wants what's best for her grandchild,
Yes, ma'am.
wouldn't do anything to hurt her grandchild.
Most definitely. Yes, ma'am.
You've been doing things to hurt your grandchild. I mean, to hurt your child. You understand that?
Yes, ma'am.
So are you diagnosed mentally with anything?
ADHD, but that's all. That's no excuse. No.
No, there is not.
Yes,
You should
ma'am.
not be using marijuana. And
Yes,
the
ma'am.
court is not going to allow you to use marijuana in this court while you're on probation. It is illegal in Texas to use marijuana.
Yes, ma'am.
If I grant your application for deferred adjudication, and if you use marijuana while you're on probation, guess what? A motion to revoke is going to be filed and you're looking at life in prison.
Yes,
So
ma'am.
it's up to you to decide whether potentially going to prison for life is worth that. You understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
So are you employed?
I will be as soon as I get out. That's no problem.
Have you been employed before?
Yes, ma'am.
Doing what?
Warehouse and construction, manual labor, irrigation, road work, Amazon warehouse.
All right. And how old are you?
I just turned 26 in July.
All right. And how far did you go in school?
I have my high school diploma and I have my associates in St. Philip's College,
And what?
art.
And what are you planning on doing with this art degree?
I really want to own my own business, but it's steps to that. I still have to pick up the knowledge, but
Okay.
more is to
So
come.
how does, and you know, I think art is great. One of my brothers was great in art and still is great in art. But how does you going to get your art degree translate into, I want to own my own business? Is your art going to be connected to that?
Yes, ma'am. Starting cartoons, drawing magazines, trying to get it in the newspaper,
So what
Things like
steps are you going to take to do that?
owning my own name, business logo, business account.
Okay.
Still learning and picking up the knowledge to do so.
All right. And how often were you using marijuana?
I say twice a week.
Nobody uses marijuana twice a week.
I get drug tested at jobs, so
You figured out when you could get a negative test?
yes, ma'am.
Okay. And have you used anything other than marijuana?
Alcohol, but that's occasionally birthdays, holidays, Thanksgiving.
While you're on
Christmas.
probation, you're not allowed to drink alcohol. You understand?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
All right. This is what the court will do. Court will sentence you to 10 years, deferred adjudication. I'm going to request parenting classes. And you're very lucky that the grandmother didn't want you to go to prison. So we're going to do parenting classes, 200 hours of community service restitution. If he enrolls or obtains a business certificate so you can better yourself and completes the parenting classes, the community service hours will be deemed satisfied. So to satisfy those 200 hours of community service restitution, you can go out and do community service hours, or either you can better yourself. And bettering yourself would mean you take parenting classes and you get a certificate or something that shows me you're taking steps to accomplish in life what you want to accomplish.
Yes, ma'am.
There's to be regular reporting by Zoom or in person. When's the last time you used marijuana?
5 months ago.
All right, so he should be clean. So when he's released, we're going to do a UA if for some reason when he's released, it's positive for marijuana, start testing for levels.
And Judge, to let you know, he's set on the DWI tomorrow. I'm not his lawyer on that, but it's a JSAT, so he won't get out today. It'll have to wait till tomorrow.
Okay. And then proof of employment within 45 days. There's to be no employment as a home health care provider or with minors. I'm going to order no unsupervised contact with minors until you complete parenting classes. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
So you can have contact with your child, but someone has to supervise. And if the grandmother,
It can't be her because there's a no contact.
well, there's a no contact under this case. If for some reason the grandmother wants to have contact and wants to be the person who supervises, just let probation and myself know, and I'll lift the no contact order.
Thank you, Judge.
We're going to do anger management. So no contact with Nora Ramos. Right. And this is supposed to run concurrent with County Court cause number 6966403. And there's to be, I'm going to follow the recommendation for the TAP evaluation, which is intensive outpatient treatment with probation. And there's to be weekly sober support meetings. And I'm going to want field visits one time per month for 4 months. And after that probation, if you think all is well and he no longer needs field visits, you all can do the field visits as you see appropriate. Probation, is there anything else he needs? Mr. Yarborough, is there anything else you need from the court to be successful?
No, ma'am.
All right, I'm going to show you what's entitled trial court certification. Oh, just one moment. Let me see if they did this in here. Okay. All right, I'm going to show you what's entitled trial court certification of defendant's rights to appeal. Did you review that with your attorney? Did you understand it? And did you sign it?
Yes, ma'am.
Because this is a plea bargain agreement, because I followed your plea bargain agreement, and because you waive your right to appeal, you do not have the court's permission to appeal. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, good luck to you. We can go off the record from here on out. Everything you do, there are 2 questions you should ask yourself. One, is the decision I'm about to make and what I'm about to do, could it potentially result in me going to prison for life? If the answer is yes, don't do it. If the answer is, it could, maybe it couldn't, don't do it. That whole thing that you're doing with your job where you know when they're testing you, so you're saying, well, I use marijuana on this day, not on this day, so I can get a negative test. Don't do that here, because it may not catch you the first time, but ultimately it's going to catch you. And then you know what's going to end up happening? Warrant's going to be issued for your arrest. You're either going to make bond or you're not. If you don't make bond, you're going to be at the jail. You're going to be brought over in orange. You understand?
Yes, ma'am.
And just as a side note, how tall are you?
I'm 6'6".
Okay. All right.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you. All right.
Thank you.
Do better.
You have a wonderful day. Thank you.
All right. You too. Thank you.
You ever sit in a courtroom and realize the judge is
A 19-year-old woman stood before Judge Boyd facing a charge that could have changed her life forever. Gabriela Sanchez was accused of aggravated assault with a deadly weapon, a second-degree felony carrying a potential sentence of 2 to 20 years in prison, and a fine of up to $10,000. In court, Sanchez entered a no-contest plea, meaning she would not challenge the evidence against her. The state agreed to recommend deferred adjudication, giving her a chance to avoid a felony conviction if she successfully completed probation. As the hearing continued, Judge Boyd looked beyond the paperwork and began asking questions about Gabriela's life. The young defendant admitted she was unemployed and being financially supported by her boyfriend. She also acknowledged using marijuana, despite knowing it would not be allowed while on probation. The judge questioned her about her relationship with her parents and her plans for the future. Gabriella revealed that she had graduated high school and dreamed of working in performing arts and theater. Judge Boyd encouraged her to pursue those goals, reminding her that dreams only become reality when people actively work toward them. Rather than sending her to prison, the judge imposed strict conditions. Gabriella received 10 years of deferred adjudication, along with a fine, community service, anger management classes, drug testing, probation supervision, and a requirement to find employment. The court even offered to reduce her community service requirements if she enrolled full-time in college or a trade school. But the biggest surprise came after sentencing. A drug test revealed that Gabriella was positive for cocaine. She denied ever using the drug, insisting she only smoked marijuana. Judge Boyd warned her that illegal substances are often contaminated and reminded her that any future drug use could jeopardize her freedom. For Gabriella Sanchez, this was more than a court hearing. It was a final opportunity to choose a better path before prison became a reality.